I have a question for you. What if the right time never comes? Like, what if the magical day that you've been waiting for to do whatever that thing is never actually shows up the way you are hoping it will look and show up in your life? Like,
Hello, my name is Talethea, and I am hoping that you all will come along with me as I work and plan and research and execute my intent to go from working from home full time to living on board cruise ships while also working full time. So let's do it.
what if the magical day that you've been waiting for to do whatever that thing is never actually shows up the way you are hoping it will look and show up in your life? Like, what if that magical day that you've been looking forward to so you can get busy doing whatever that thing is never actually comes? What if your schedule never clears up? What if you never have that special number in your bank account that you've been dreaming about? Or what if when the money does show up and that number is in your bank account, something else is going on? Something else is going on with the kids. Something else is going on with life, right? Changes at your job, all the other very many different things that could be going on in life that have up until now been good, honest, solid reasons for why you haven't been going after whatever that dream and goal or thing of yours is, right? And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that those things aren't important, because they are, right? They are very important priorities in your life. But what are you going to do if that day never comes? And what if it never comes looking the way you've been hoping it would look for you to get busy going after whatever your goal and your dream is? It's kind of weird because you know what that means, right? Like, so today's topic is not about cruise ships, okay? It's not about me and my plan to go live full time on cruise ships. It's about something much bigger. It's about why I finally decided to stop waiting to go after this dream that I've wanted to do for so long, okay? The goal is to eventually be working and living on cruise ships. I'm going to see the world. I am. It won't be tomorrow. I'm not waiting until retirement. I'm not waiting until everything settles down. I'm working and planning and executing right now to make that thing happen. But the big thing for me, the biggest change has been just deciding not to wait until someday. Because for starters, I don't know if someday will ever come. And if it does, I'm not altogether certain someday won't come packaged with a bunch of other stuff that always ends up being a part of life. You know what I mean? I think it's just so easy for us to postpone our dreams. It just is. And okay, not easy. Easy isn't the word, because it's not easy. It just happens. You have, like, it's like, I'll do it when I have more money. I'll do it when my job is less stressful. I'll do it when life calms down. I'll do it when I retire and I have more time. It's all about making it a situation where you are pretty much giving yourself permission to go after living your dream and going after your goal when the perfect set of circumstances arrive. But the years pass, y'all. You know what I mean? Like, you've never been lazy. It's not like you've ever just not wanted this thing that you're going after enough. It really is just, I understand how it feels to just be waiting for the perfect set of circumstances to go out and do this thing that you want to do. But I just don't believe the perfect set of circumstances ever exist. And when they do, here again, they always come partnered with another set of reasons why things just won't work. So I had to ask myself, like, what if I spend the next 10 years waiting to do this thing that I want to do? The same way I've spent the last 20 years waiting. Or what if I spend the next 5, 10, 15 years waiting for this perfect set of circumstances to appear? And what are you going to do if you do all that waiting and it never comes? Right? I mean, I want my life to look a certain way. You know what I mean? And I don't necessarily feel like compelled to tear it all down. You know what I mean? I don't feel like I need to burn this bridge and destroy everything I've spent like my life building. You know what I mean? With my career but I do believe I figured out a way to kind of use this jam, what I'm currently doing, to build a bridge to kind of go after the life I want. Like, And now the resources are there, right? Years ago, in fact, very many years ago, even before COVID, I remember like asking, like at the one job that I had, if I could work from home, because I was like, I could totally do this from a home office. I can make it happen. And they were like, no, you can't do it. Y'all all remember that conversation. If you ever had it, if it ever crossed your mind. I'm like looking around at all your coworkers and what they call it, a cubicle farm, where you were working around all these people that are around you in your space. And I'm like, I could totally do this from home, and being assured that it was just not possible. And then COVID happened, and we all realized that we all found out that it was indeed possible. But now, like, circumstances have changed, but if nothing else, that showed me that I may need to be a little more proactive in changing my circumstances. Like, my kids are adults. Like, yeah, they still need me. Yeah, seeing my grandbabies are the best, but like, they don't need you the same. You know what I mean? And I just feel like I'm entering a completely different chapter of my life. I don't love my kids any less. My kids are, gosh, a sole source of love and joy in my life right now. Well, joy and love and heartache, right? The way adult kids can be. But my role in their life has changed, right? And I have a lot more time to kind of think about myself and my goals and dreams and how I'm ready for those jokers to show up in my life. So that's what I'm going after now, y'all. It's about more freedom, but it's about freedom that I earned, right? I was with them babies. I was at home with my husband and my family. I raised them kids. I was doing the thing where you're fighting for your life. But now I have the freedom to go after more choices and more things that I want to go after. And your life may not look that way. You still may have babies at home. You still could have like people that that you are responsible for showing up for every day. And there is nothing wrong with that either. But I would like to encourage you to remember to start thinking of your own dreams. You don't have to wait until they're adults and grown until you do. You can do it now. So now, like, the whole idea of transitioning from working at home to living and working on cruise ships, like, it's not just about the travel. It is, but it's not. I want to see the world. I want to experience different things, different parts of the world. I want a simpler life in that is not necessarily so focused on meeting the needs of other people as much. You know, I want to go see what I like and experience the things that bring me joy and make me smile. Things that I may not ever have learned about, because I wouldn't have learned about them living at home, working in my home office. You know what I mean? So I don't know. This thing is not a fantasy. It's funny. It's not just this fly-by-night idea that my brain came up with, although it feels like it sometimes, right? Just the whole idea of going to work and getting off work and going to hang out on a cruise ship. That does feel like a lot. And I do understand the whole idea of just being realistic, right? But I also understand that I can plan ahead. I can research just about anything. And I can do this whole job, work, take care of myself thing from onboard cruise ships while also showing up and going after the life and enjoying the different experiences that I've been thinking about for a long time, because it's time for me to show up for myself. So, I don't know. I'd like for y'all to like ask yourself a few questions. Like, what's your someday? Like, what is your thing where it's like, okay, someday I'd like to be able to. How does that someday look? What dreams have you been like, maybe not intentionally, but just postponing, putting off a little bit until the money got better, until the kids were older, until whatever? Is it travel? Like, is there a different career that you want to go after? Is there a business that's been like just calling your name? Are you somebody who bakes like nobody else's business and you just know you probably need to be baking for other people because that's what you want to do? Do you want to go back to school? Is there somewhere else that you've been thinking about moving? Is there a book that you've been wanting to write? A play? Do you want to write a play? Do you want to be in a play? I don't know. And then ask yourself, like, how many years have you been telling yourself, okay, maybe I'll do this when, I'll do it next time. I'll do it if, and I don't know. I don't necessarily feel like dreams and goals have an expiration date, but I feel like they kind of nudge at us intentionally over time until we finally like catch on to the fact that, okay, I better do something about this thing. So I would like to encourage you to do that. Start to show up for yourself, but Also start to show up for that person, those thoughts, those desires on the inside in your heart that just make you smile thinking about you being able to do them. I don't know where you are in this journey called life. It is crazy. I don't know who is in your space or what circumstances in your space. I still have a lot to learn about everything I've been talking about. Living on cruise ships, working remotely, transitioning, actually taking a cruise right. I'm figuring this stuff out one step at a time. So I'm not showing up as somebody that knows. In fact, I'm showing up as somebody who looked around and it was 20, 30 years later. And I realized I still just, I don't know. I don't want I don't want the life that I have to be it. I don't want this part to be the end of the paper. I want it to be the period that's transitioning to the beginning of the next paragraph. So I'm finally starting to go after doing that stuff, y'all. So if this message has encouraged you at all, if it is if you were able to remember that dream, that goal, that thing, whatever crossed your mind when I said, what are you waiting to do someday? I would like to encourage you to remember that thing. Go after it. And I don't know. Stick around. Okay, every week I'm talking about like my plans for living and transitioning to living on board cruise ships. I'm talking about vacations, cruise planning, going to visit ships, all that stuff, y'all. But I'm also wanting to stay tapped into my why. And I want to help you to stay tapped into yours. You know what I mean? What's one dream that you've been putting off? And what's one small step that you can take toward it today? And if not today, tomorrow. But do it tomorrow. Don't keep putting it off, y'all. I really enjoyed to hear from y'all in the comments. In the meantime, be sure to subscribe. If anything I have said to you is something that caused you to think and you want to spend a little more time thinking and a little more time working and going after this thing that you are excited about in your life, in your dreams, as a part of your goals, and you want to be able to tap into that thing and hear from somebody else that's doing that as well, so you can remember that it can be done, go ahead and subscribe. Stick around, y'all. Click the little bell and leave some things in the comments. How is it going for you? What crossed your mind when I said someday? When I said, what is the thing that you've got on your mind and that you are planning to do someday? Tell me a little bit more. I am excited to hear from y'all. Y'all take care. I will see y'all in the next video.